welcome back to the Girly Girl Bookworms. So today I have another 5 reads wrap up for you. I promise, I know the last 3 videos have been this, but I promise we're getting through May and then I will be able to do some good content. I feel like, not that this isn't good, but I just could be a little bit more creative. I am actually currently filming a weekend reading vlog, so that will be coming up soon. I started it last night, so today's Friday. I started it last night, so it'll be a Thursday to Sunday night vlog. So I'm really excited about that, and I hope that you guys are looking forward to it. So these are the last 5 books that I have read. We have a combination of things that I liked, things that are already getting unhauled, and actually I have a DNF too. So why don't we start with the DNF? This week I started trying to read I See You by Claire McIntosh. I have had this on my shelf for a while, and then I feel like I've just been avoiding it for kind of no reason. So I was like, you know what? Let me try it out. So I got about 82 pages in, and I just felt like I was starting to go cross-eyed by, I picked it up last night to continue reading it, and then I was like, I can't even focus on this right now. I don't really like the thriller element. I mean, granted, I should have read the synopsis on the back, but I really liked I Let You Go, so I just kind of grabbed this one. And I just feel like the thriller factor is just not a storyline that I necessarily care about. It's about, it follows a couple different perspectives. It follows the creepy person that we don't know who they are. It follows a cop woman, and then it follows a woman who's just a regular housewife. Well, not regular housewife, she works, but so she's got a family, is what I meant to say. And she one day discovers that her picture, there was an ad in the paper that looked like her, and it was a personal ad, and it had a phone number and a website, but when you go on this phone number and website, there's nothing, it doesn't exist. And then the next day, there's another woman, and she recognizes that woman, and then there's another day and she recognizes that woman. And I don't know, it's just I don't care who's posting these in the newspaper. It just it seems very far-fetched and a little weird, and so I put it down for now. I may re-pick it back up with the Buzzword-a-thon with the word you, but right now I would DNF it. And also, I never got back to Beartown yet because I'm just not ready. That doesn't count. The last time I wrapped you up, I was reading The Perfect Mother by Amy Malloy, and I ended up giving this one 3 stars. I didn't love it. I thought it was just okay. It follows these women who just had children, and they meet every now and then. They were meeting when they were pregnant, and now they're meeting now that they've had their kids. And one time they decide they're going to go out for drinks instead of just meeting regularly at the park like they had been. And when they're there, one of the women, her child goes missing. And the whodunit just it surprised me, but it came out of left field. It felt I didn't love the mom shaming that took place in this book. And I felt not much really happened. I've seen it just seemed we were following these women's lives and figuring out what's going in their life, and there just happened to be somebody whose baby was missing. It didn't feel like a thriller. So this book will be going in my unhaul pile because I just found it to be okay. And at this point I don't really want to keep just the okay books on my shelf, so this one will be getting unhauled. Then after that, I decided to pick up something that I have also been avoiding. I feel like what I was doing this week was let's read things that I've been avoiding, but also reading other things too. So The Perfect Mother, for some reason I was avoiding, I think because I had heard mixed reviews. This one I was avoiding because somebody I know, not know in person, but Shelly, she gave this 2.5 stars, and I think it terrified me from reading it, so I was so scared. And that is A Brand New Ending by Jennifer Popes. This is the 2nd book in her Stay series, and I was terrified because Shelly didn't like it, so I was really nervous, and I just got so sucked in. I don't know why Shelly gave it 2.5 stars, because I gave it 5 stars. But differencing an opinion, and that's okay. We were probably looking for different things, and I just needed that escapism, and it just flowed really nicely, and I really enjoy Jennifer Pope's books. I have a really guilty pleasure for them, so that could also be why I enjoyed it. Like, I'm not looking for anything in particular. I'm just looking for a nice book that I can kind of get lost in, and just like it's easy and light and I could deal with it. And I really enjoyed this one. They're companion novels, so technically they could be read by themselves, but I like to read them in order, so I really don't want to talk too much about what this series is about, just because I don't want to spoil anything by accident. But it kind of follows this bed and breakfast in New York, I'm going to say. Maybe not. I don't remember where it is. Oh yeah, it is in New York. And it's a family B&B. The first book followed one brother. This one followed the sister. And I think the third one that comes out this summer is following the other sister. So it, like, kind of Jennifer Probst likes to keep with like families and likes to keep with like similar characters. So that's not spoiling it too much, but I really liked this love story. I thought it was really cute. I think I actually possibly liked this one a smidge more than the first one. So I liked it. I gave it 5 stars, but I'm also a sucker for Jennifer Probst. Then the next book I read was Hush Little Baby by Susan Redfern. I had read No Ordinary Life by her, and I was really anticipating that one, and I didn't really like that one. I think I gave it 4 stars, but I wasn't like, I didn't really love it as much as I wanted to, and so I knew that she had another book that was more thriller. That one was more contemporary. This one's more thriller, and this one was really difficult to read. It's about a woman who is going through domestic violence in her relationship, and she like wants to kind of get away, and there's all these things that kind of happen, and you're dealing with her husband who like obviously like is not a good person, and she's got her kids and she kind of wants to run away, and then things start spiraling out of control. And I don't want to again spoil too much. I feel like the back gives away a lot compared to like the speed at which things happen, but I definitely like this was a really quick read. I read this in I want to say like one day if I remember right. And I was really sucked into this. I gave this 4 stars. The ending was a little weird. In some events that took place, I was kind of like, really? But I did really enjoy this one, so I did give this one 4 stars. And I do think that, like, as this author continues to write more books, I don't know if she's got more out since this one and No Ordinary Life, but I would definitely pick her up again. So I liked this book. And then after that, I was at work and I had a spare moment, which I like never do, and I just like could not focus on work. And so I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna take a second to start an ebook, and I happened to have the summer collection that she just released, this like box set, and I started Waitlist by Candy Steiner. Just recently, Candy Steiner took her 3 like books that kind of take place in summer: Waitlist, Revelry, and On the Way to You, I believe. Those 3, she just recently rewrote new epilogues for them, and she put them into a box set of ebooks, and I purchased that for like 99 cents. I believe it went off sale, and now they were like $13. I think she just brought it back on sale, but I don't know if it's still 99 cents or if it went back up to 13. But I grabbed it for 99 cents. I was like, now I got 3 epilogues. I own the physical copies, so I could kind of read the ebook. So I was kind of bouncing back and forth. I was reading the ebook, but I was also reading the book, and then I would bounce back and forth. And I have to say that, unfortunately, with Waitlist, this is probably my least favorite Candy Steiner so far that I've read by her. This one follows a girl who is like right out of high school, which is probably the youngest I've read from Candy Steiner, because I normally read her Palm Summit University books, which are college students, and then, what's that called? The Wrong Game was also like older, so to read this one, which was like a girl right out of high school, was kind of jarring to me. It felt I don't know. I know 18-year-olds do it and all that, but like for some reason it just felt very like cringy to read about an 18-year-old and their sex life. It was a little much for me. This follows a girl who, like I said, just graduated high school, and she was just recently dumped by her boyfriend. He's already moved on from her. She's a little plus size, and her mom kind of suggests, like, if you want to try to get him back, like, you need to fight for him, and I'm going to sign you up for this personal trainer, and maybe if you feel better about yourself, maybe you will win him back. So she ends up meeting up with this personal trainer, and things happen. And I don't know, I just like that message, the whole message of like possibly losing weight, and there was always the discussion of, are you losing weight for this boyfriend or are you losing weight for yourself? I don't know, it just was interesting. I didn't love it. I gave it 3 stars because I liked it. I just like, I just didn't jive with it as much as I wanted to, but still excited for the other books. The added epilogue was fine. But yeah, I think I would have liked the added epilogue if I had liked this, but I'm still keeping this because I'm reading all of her books, but it just was a little bit of a disappointment compared to her other books. And then the most recent book that I have just finished was Little Pretty Things by Lori Raider Day. I just finished this one right before filming this video. And this is another thriller novel. This has also been on my shelf for books that I have been avoiding. This book I got around the time that I had my bridal shower, and this was one of the books that was going to get tied up and put on a table. And then when I got to save a few, I saved this one because I thought this would be really interesting. And this is a thriller novel, like I said, and it follows a woman who graduated high school 10 years ago. She was always in her best friend's shadow in high school. And one day she's working at this like seedy hotel, like it's nasty. And this friend that she like was best friends with, who she has not spoken to since graduation, walks in. And it kind of stirs all this kind of emotion. And then the next day we find out that the friend is dead. And obviously we're trying to figure out who did it. Was it suicide? Was it a murder? What happened? Obviously the cops are looking at her. And so she's trying to figure out who did it. And she's kind of also a kleptomaniac and like steals things. So like she doesn't necessarily help herself a lot during this book. And I gave this 2.5 stars. It was a book that wasn't great. Like, it wasn't good. Nothing really happened. But like nothing happened in a bad way either. Like I got through this really fast. I read it 100 pages last night, 100 pages before work this morning, which I like never do, and then 100 pages when I got home. So very quick read, but I didn't connect with it as much as I wanted to. The ending was just kind of eh. It just was a book. So I'm going to end up putting this also in my unhaul pile, but I'm glad that I finally like got to read it. So yes, so out of the 5, I am keeping the 3, which isn't bad. That's still good. Right now is the weekend officially, so I think I'm going to pick another book to read and settle in for the night. Possibly we might go get some dinner. But other than that, I will see you in my reading vlog on Monday. I have to say, like I said, the reading bug is still here, still full force. And my husband has to track me on Sunday. So I'm hoping that that means lots and lots of reading this weekend. So we'll see. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys really soon. Bye, everybody.